morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jeannie from the Philippines and my fiance is Buddy from the USA and you're now watching the Team Taylor channel. Hey guys, please be a part of our YouTube family or the hashtag Team Taylor Fam by pressing the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be updated on our latest vlogs. So without further ado, let's get started! So first and foremost, let's gonna have our shoutout first to some of our subscribers. So our shoutout will be divided into two parts. First is before the vlog and then the second is after the vlog. So first, let me greet the following. Randolph J. Smith, and he is, what do you call this? The Kabeshi ng Bayan. Hello Kabeshi! Thank you for watching our videos and then more power to you and to your husband. And then the next one is Marvin Padrones, and then Jem Albao, Renz Luceño, hello, Maymay, and then Fat Jurza or Hurza, and then Beverly A, and K Rojas. And then, yeah, so that's the first part of our shout out. So now, let's go to our vlog. So, these are the following questions that were always being asked in our channel. And I just want to share this to you so that you can be also familiar with these questions and as well as the answers to the questions. So now, let's begin. So, as to the filing of the K1 visa petition, so one of the questions that our subscribers are asking is this: is Form G325A still needed? So the answer is no. Form G325A is no longer needed in the filing of the K1 visa petition because the questions there are already incorporated in the I-129F petition for alien fiancé. The second question: are statement or is a statement of witness needed? The answer here is actually a statement of witness is optional. If you perceive that this can be able to help your case to prove that your relationship is genuine, so you can include this one, but otherwise if you don't want to, so it's okay. So this is not a mandatory requirement for the filing of the K1 visa petition. So this is only optional and it's up to you if you want to include this or not anymore. And then the next question is that, how many times should the meeting in person be before applying for the K1 visa? There is no required number of meetings or required number of meeting in person before applying for the K1 visa. What is important is that the both of you must prove that your relationship is genuine and that you love each other so much. So yeah, that's it. So now let's proceed to the medical exam frequently asked questions in our channel. So the first question is that, do we need to bring our vaccination records? The answer is yes, so that this can be honored by the St. Luke's Extension Clinic. Otherwise, if you were previously vaccinated but you weren't able to bring a copy of the vaccination records that you had, then the St. Luke's Extension Clinic will not honor those previous vaccinations, so you have to take them once again. Next question is that, do we need to have fasting for 8 or 12 hours before going to our medical exam? The answer is that there is no required fasting for the St. Luke's Extension Clinic medical exam for the visa. So yeah, that's it. And then the next question is that, is it alright to have menstruation for females while having the medical exam? I was able to read some of this on the K1 visa group that I have joined, and the answer is yes, it is alright to have menstruation while having the medical exam. Another question for the medical exam: are the teeth checked? Not for me, but during my medical exam, my teeth were not checked. The doctor just asked if I do have braces, and then I showed it to her, and yeah, that's it. I don't know with respect to the other doctors if they check the teeth or not, but with respect to my doctor, she just asked the question that if I've got braces, and then I said yes, and then I showed it to her, and then that's it. The other question, is there a required dress code in the hospital? The answer is that there's no required dress code in the hospital. So I have seen people there wearing shirts or sleeveless shirts or wearing shorts, and it's not a problem. So now let's go to the frequently asked questions for the interview. So in scheduling for the interview, what is the priority date for the interview schedule? So the priority date is the received date or the date received on the upper left portion of the notice of action 2. So next question, can we submit scanned copies of the affidavit of support and the other financial documents of your fiance? The answer is yes. Nowadays, it is honored, or the U.S. Embassy accepts the scanned copies of the affidavit of support and the other financial documents. Before, or way back, only the original copy of the affidavit of support is accepted by the embassy. But they had a ruling, or a new ruling just recently, that scanned copies are also accepted. Do we need to bring proof of relationship photos? It is better to be prepared for the interview, so just bring your proof of relationship photos and your chats and your video call logs and other proof of relationships that you have, so that, who knows, the consular officer might ask for those. So it is better to be prepared than to be sorry. So in my case, the consular officer has taken a look on my photos, on our photos together, and on the chats that we had. So that's it. Otherwise, if for example, I wasn't able to bring those photos and then those chats, so maybe my visa was not issued that fast. So maybe I will be still, with lacking documents, and maybe I will be getting the form 221G, and then I will be submitting to go those proof of relationships. But it is good, or it was good, that I was able to bring those during the interview. And then the next is, what is the purpose for getting a CENOMAR for the K1 visa interview? So the CENOMAR purpose, or the Certificate of No Marriage Purpose here in the Philippines, because we have that in the Philippines, the Certificate of No Marriage, or the CENOMAR. So the purpose is for marriage or for K1 visa. And then how about the NBI clearance? What's the purpose that we're gonna put? Actually, NBI clearance has only one purpose, and it's called multi-purpose nowadays. Unlike before, that you need to classify, or you need to be certain what is your purpose with regard to the filing of the NBI clearance. But right now, it's multi-purpose. And then birth certificate, when you get a copy of the birth certificate, what purpose would you put on the form for getting a birth certificate? So you can use for marriage, or for K1 visa. So that's it. So now let's proceed to the second or the other half of this vlog, wherein there are some I have posted a community post on the community tab just recently, and I have asked the subscribers as to what they wanted to ask for this vlog actually. So here are those questions. Actually, they are written, or they were typed in Tagalog by our subscribers, but I'm just gonna be translating them in English in order for the other foreign subscribers to be able to understand what were the questions being asked to me on the community post tab. So that's it. So from Gloria Payan, she was asking in Tagalog, but I'm gonna be translating it, that is there an appointment for the medical exam, or you just need to walk in on the hospital and fill out a form for the medical exam? So the answer is that there is no online appointment. There is an online registration for the upcoming medical exam, but there is no appointment. So what do you mean by that? Before going to the St. Luke's Extension Clinic for your medical exam, you need to have, or you need to fill up an online registration, and then after filling that out, the St. Luke's Extension Clinic will be sending you an email with regard to your registration number, and that's it. You have to print that out, and then together with the NVC letter and the other requirements, as long as you were able to get all the requirements, you can go anytime, at any time, to the St. Luke's Extension Clinic for you to have your medical exam. There is no specific date, unlike with the interview that you have to schedule for a specific date. In the medical exam, as long as you have all the requirements and you have and you have made your online registration, so it's good. You're good to go for the medical exam at any time that you want, as long as you have all the requirements needed. So that's it. And you can also actually walk in on the same at the hospital, because I have seen some of those people who were not able to do their online registration, so they just filled out a form there while in the hospital and they submitted it there, and that's it. They can have their medical exam also. So for the next question from Janet Nolan, she is asking that she went out of the country to do a job last 2006. So she's asking if she still needs a police clearance. So based from what I have read from the US Embassy website, it says there that those who have worked abroad needs a police clearance, but it is not certain as to, for example, if there is a year. Like for example, if you work 10 years or more, do you still need the police clearance? Actually, in the US Embassy website, it only stated that if you worked abroad, you need a police clearance, and that's it. So it's not clear as to if there is if there's a qualification as to what years. Or for example, from 2018 to 2013, like it's like 5 years since you have worked abroad. So do you need a police clearance, or only for the current year that you're working? There's no qualification for that one in the embassy. So I'm not so sure of the answer for this one. So it's better to just call the embassy, because what was stated in their website was so general that if you worked abroad, you need a police clearance, that's it. So please just call the US Embassy to be able to be sure, and ask them, and ask the operator, you have worked abroad since 2006, so do you still need a police clearance or not already? Because 2006, it's like more than 10 years already. 10 years have passed. So I'm just not sure with this one. So what else? From Fat Jurza. So she wanted to find out my answer to this question. Why do you want to get married in the USA and not in your country? So this was my answer. I have answered it already on the community post, but I just wanted to further answer once again. So actually, I and my fiance Buddy plan to get married in the Philippines actually of this year, by April or May of this year. But however, his schedule at work will not be able to permit him to do so, because he only had 4 days off. So he needed to maximize those. And besides, he cannot afford to stay here for like 1 month to prepare for the upcoming marriage. 1 month or 3 weeks to prepare for the upcoming marriage, if our marriage will be held in the Philippines, because he only have his 4 days off left at work. So that will be impossible for us, especially for him. So that's why we opted to get married to the USA, and our marriage and our wedding ceremony, I should say, will be on September 7th. So it will be on a Saturday. So that's it. And then from Beverly Peñaflor, how did I answer the question, what do you have in common with your fiancé? So I have answered this on my interview experience vlog, and I told the consular officer that I and my fiancé are both cat lovers, nature lovers, and then what is important for us is our respect for our parents, and most of all, to have a relationship that is centered in God. So that's it. From Isa MT, can you choose a visa interview schedule? Yes, sis, you can choose a visa interview schedule. Just create an account and then log in at ustraveldocs.com. So make sure to just pay for the visa fee of 14,310 pesos, and after 2 days you can be able to access the interview schedule. So the interview dates will be provided for you by the ustraveldocs.com, and then you can choose what interview date you would like. From Helen Abalya, I think this is the last question. Is it okay to print on a bond paper the pictures of your proof of relationship instead of printing it on a photo paper? So the answer is yes, it's okay to print your photos on a bond paper. So I have read this only from the Visa Journey site, and plenty of people are commenting that yes, it's possible to do so instead of printing your photos on a photo paper. Oh, there's another question about the interview. So, how are you feeling before the interview? This is from Sheng Maglangit. And then, what are the questions that will be asked? So, actually, the questions for the interview are just very basic. Like, for example, what is the occupation of your fiancé? How did you meet? Like, for example, if you met on a social dating site, or if you met through a common friend, something like that. And then, when did you meet in person? And then, what else about yourself? What's your job? When is your birthday? Something like that. And then, those basic questions that are or that can be found in your I-129F petition, those questions were the only questions that were asked during the interview. So, it's very easy, guys. And that's it. So, that's our vlog for today. And then, I will be making a shout out, second part of the shout out to the following persons: Helen Abalye, Shaidi Noval, Marilyn Roldan, Jack Murillo, and Ann Arevalo, and Analu Dags Prangers. I don't know if my pronunciation is correct. So, that's it. So, that's all, guys. So, I'm sorry if it took me some time before uploading this vlog. And thank you very much still for supporting our channel. So, our next vlog will be in Tagalog. So, it will be all about my backpacking vlog, or either backpacking vlog or airport tips, something like that. And it will be in Tagalog. So, that's it. So, with respect to the K1 visa videos, I'm speaking in English, or I'm trying my best to speak in English in order for the other nationalities to understand, because some nationalities like from Nepal or from India were sending me messages on our Facebook fan page asking questions about the K1 visa process. So, if our video is not about K1 visa, so I will try speaking in Tagalog, or if I'm with Buddy soon, then that's the time that I'm gonna be speaking in English once again. But for our next vlogs, the backpacking vlog, the airport vlog, like what are the tips that must be done in the airport before, riding on the plane, and then the moving to the USA vlog, or my actual trip to the USA. So, those 3 vlogs will be in Tagalog. So, that's it. That's all for now, and thank you very much for watching. If you find me boring in this video, well, I'm sorry in advance. But still, thank you very much for watching this vlog. So, I do hope that you were able to learn a lot with regard to the K1 visa process. So, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Bye for now!